Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the exploration of sensation. So as we go through this process and we're going to do some poses and practice some yoga asana, I really want you to pay attention to just the sensation itself. So trying to adopt a non-judgmental approach that when you notice sensation, embracing it with sort of a curiosity and being less attached to how the sensations change or move, just noticing how it is that you feel and how that changes throughout the process that we engage in. We're going to get started off in child's pose. So you'll bring your knees wide and your big toes together and then stretch your arms forward. As you rest your forehead down to the floor, just take a few nice, long, deep breaths into the body. Notice the rise and the fall. Just taking two more nice full breaths, spreading the fingers wide and letting the breath expand into your back body. Good. And then you're going to take your hands and walk them up and over to your right side, stretching out your left side. You can take your right hand on top of the left and just pull your left hip crease back in space. Just let the forehead continue to hang heavy. And allow the left sitting bone, left sort of part of your back body, just fall back towards the back edge of your mat and breathe into your left side. Again, notice any sensations that occur in this part of your body. Then come back to center. This time you'll stretch up and over to your left side. You can take your right hand on top of your left. And take your right hip, reach it back. Again, just notice any thoughts, feelings, sensations that occur to you. And without being judgmental towards those feelings, can you just notice them? Take one more breath here, stretching open through the right side. Good. Come back slowly to center. As you inhale, come up onto all fours, hands and knees, tabletop position. As you spread your fingers wide, root down through your hands, tops of the feet to the floor. As you inhale, bend the elbows, lifting the front of your spine, extending open. And as you exhale, round the spine, draw the belly in and up. Just going back and forth, feel the entire length of your spine. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale, you round the spine, sending the tailbone towards the floor and lifting your navel up. Inhale, roll open through the chest, let the shoulders slide back. And exhale, round the spine. Let's do this one more time together. Inhale, rolling open. And exhale, round the spine deeply, pull the belly in. Good. And then come back to a neutral position with your spine. So spine nice and flat. And you're going to take your hands and spin them around so that the heel of your hand is facing forward towards the front edge of your mat. And then spread your fingers wide, maybe a little bend into the elbows. And just feel the sensation in the forearms. Try not to let the shoulders come up towards the ears, keep them back towards the hips. And And try to spread the palm as open as you can, just observing the sensations in your wrists and your forearms. Can you notice each finger and how it relates to the body? Take one more breath here. Good. And release. You're going to tuck your toes. You're going to have a seat on your toes so that all 10 toes, even those pinky toes, are facing straight forward. And then you're going to reach your arms back, interlace your palms together, and stretch open through the shoulders. So as you're pulling the arms back, little bend in the elbows. And again, just notice. Be here for a few breaths. Feel any sensation across the shoulders, especially maybe in the toes. Take one more breath here. See if you can stay with it. Good, and release. Hands to the floor, and just bring the tops of the feet now to the mat, and your ankles will squeeze towards one another. And then this time we're just going to stretch through the side. So I'm going to place my left hand down towards my left hip, and then I'm going to take the right arm, stretch it up and over. So reaching over towards the side, feeling that same stretch in the right side body. Again, just notice how you feel in this position. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, come on to the other side. Right hand in line with the right hip. Left arm is going to stretch up and over. And can you breathe into that left side? You can look up. Just notice how that feels on the neck, and maybe you look down. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And then you'll just slowly come back onto hands and knees. You're going to cross your legs and come onto your backs. So as you lie on your back here, you're going to take your right ankle on top of the front of your left thigh. And from here, just reach back, maybe find the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin. And flex your toes on your right foot. So peel the pinky edge of your right foot back towards the right outer shin. Shoulders relax into the floor or into your mat. And just feel the sensation of your hips, of your lower part of your body. And can you allow your right hip to just soften into the floor and the right thigh press gently forward to the front edge of your mat. Take one more full breath here all the way down into the lower part of your body. And then sigh out the mouth. And release. Both feet to the floor. Just take a breath, bring your hands onto your belly and inhale deeply. And surrender the body back into the floor, feeling nice and deep exhalation. Take your left ankle on top of the right thigh, and then bring your hands to the back of your right thigh. This is easier. Maybe going a little bit deeper, grabbing the front of the right shin and resting your shoulders into the mat. Relax the eyes. Notice any sensation. Can you explore? Can you just breathe? Just noticing maybe where you're tensing or how the sensations fluctuate or change. Take one more breath here. Good. And slowly release. Again, bring both feet to the floor and One hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Just take a nice deep inhale. And sigh it out the mouth. Good. Then walk your feet towards the outer edges of your yoga mat and just let both knees fall over to the left. You can take your arms out to the side and just let your chest stay nice and open. If you're here and you would like to experience or explore more sensation, maybe you take your left ankle to the outside of the right thigh and just gently drag the right thigh away from the hip. Take 2 more full cycles of breath here. Release that foot from on top of the thigh if it's there, and just slowly bring the legs back to neutral. And again, just noticing, feel what's there on the right hip. What sensations maybe linger. And then slowly bringing both knees over to the right. And again, if it serves you in your body, just take the right ankle to the outside of the left thigh. Just slowly letting the breath explore the pose. Take 2 more full cycles of breath. And then coming back to center. And just let both knees fall together towards the middle. And take your right arm on top of your left. And maybe bring the hands to the shoulder blades or just resting on the shoulders. Just taking 5 breaths here. See if you can keep your attention with your body, with the breath, as you move through those cycles of breath. All the way to the top of the inhalation, and riding the wave of the exhale all the way to the bottom. Notice when the mind drifts away from this practice, away from the sensation, and just bring it back to exploring. Inhale, filling up, expanding. And notice the exhale all the way to the bottom until you feel empty. And 1 more round of breath. Release your arms, and then just take the opposite arm on top. Fingertips walk back towards the shoulder blades, and just let the neck stay nice and long. Exploring the sensations of the body through the vehicle of the breath. Let there be a soft, gentle, and curious awareness of the breath. And 1 more round. And slowly release. Just let your arms fall to the sides. You can let your legs get nice and long out in front of you. and just feel your body. Notice if you're still engaging any muscles, particularly around the face, the eyes, the jaw. And go of any pressure in the mouth. And can you allow that awareness to soften, almost as if you were turning the volume down on the way experience is relating to the sensation. Releasing any engagement of the abdomen. And then just very quietly start to take little movements to the fingertips again. Just notice what it's like to move your body. Maybe move the toes, the wrists, stretch the arms out. And gently rolling onto your right side. And just feel what it's like to be here, resting on your right side. And then slowly press up to comfortable seat. Whatever you find most comfortable here. Thank you for exploring sensation with me today. Namaste.